Hello everyone, Emma here. Oh look, don't you love computers? At the last moment this decided not to work very well, but welcome to the Canva tutorial, which I'm going to be showing you very not quickly, but Canva's got so many levels of awesomeness you will want to get addicted to yourself. So I will show you what I know, and I'm still learning, which is really cool. And then you can have a play yourself, or you can play as we're talking. So I'm going to be showing you my screen. So whilst I do that, I will bring up, where's screen share? Okay, desktop. Here we go. Oh, you can probably see quite a lot at the moment. And there's a lot of information on there. Let's just stop that for a moment. Where's my screen share? Canva tutorial. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. We'll stop screen sharing that for now. Where's my Canva? Sorry about this. Here we go. Hello there. I'm just having some technical issues. You can type your questions or say hi on the panel if you like. I'm just trying to bring my screen up. My screen share. Apologies. I don't even know who you are. People watching. Screen share. The desktop maybe. Hang on a moment. That's just going to look ridiculous, isn't it? Here we go. Why can't you bring my Canva up? I'll stop that. You know what? This is ridiculous. So I will, how will I do this for you? When I select screen share, it doesn't let me select Canva, which is a little bit odd. Canva. Canva, where are you? All right, I think that you can see my Canva screen. If you cannot see my Canva screen, please put a question on the panel and I can see, you can let me know. You should be able to see the Canva panel by now. So I'm going to assume you can see the Canva panel and I'm going to keep going. So Canva is awesome. I do so much stuff on here. In fact, a website that I've just finished, I did all the graphics for it on Canva. So Canva is a design tool and you can make pictures and graphics. You can see I've got things here. But I've done them all for me. So for example, I'm using their photo and I'm doing my own text on it. It'll change in a moment, but it's all free, which is the really, really gold bit about it. So I just want to make sure that anyone I'm talking to can actually see. Yeah, all right, so with Canva, it is, most of the stuff is free. Look, these things are free. This one's $1 or $2 or something like that. It's not a lot of money, but you're basically getting around the copyright side of things, because when you're using photos on the internet, you really should be using ones that are either yours or ones that have got copyright free, because you can't use other people's things without their knowing, and you've got to pay copyright and all this stuff. So Canva is really good for really good graphics, which are free, and you can use them willy-nilly. So I'll give you an example of how you start a Canva design. Across the top, you've got Facebook posts, Twitter posts, photos, and it's got more. Now, the way to log into Canva, I've done it through my Facebook page, which is really cool. And yeah, so someone's just turning up at my house now. I'm going to have to just wave them goodbye. Yeah, sign up through Facebook, and then it will give you a big range of pictures that you can use to design whatever you like. So we've got Twitter posts, Instagram, Facebook. It's got documentation. I'll go into that in a moment. Marketing materials, social media, email, blogging. I've done ebook covers on here. And I've done some invitations on here as well, and there's some ads at the bottom. But basically all you do is you click on, so you click on a page and it opens up another window for you, and it really is simple. So down the left hand side you've got ones that they've already done, which you can just type over. Now you can see how it says $, that's where you're going to have to pay, but you also got free. So I'm going to click on the free one just to give you the example. And on there, all you do is you click on the writing. So we could say, I don't know, Canva is awesome. And we could put my name on it. And then basically, you just download it. So you would download it as an image, and then it will save it to your computer, or as a high quality PDF, depends on what you're going to use it for. So I tend to save everything as an image, and then I'll make sure that I'm saving it in the right space. So it'll save it for you. It takes a couple of moments, and the trick with this is kind of know what you're going to go and do, because otherwise you can get really caught up. So let me just save that now. It'll let you get caught up. You'll get caught up in designing some really cool stuff, which is nice, but it gets you get carried away. It's kind of funny. So what you do is, I don't know, I'll give you the example of what I did on the last website that I did. So it goes to my designs and really just play around. It'll be, where's my designs gone? No, my designs. It'll come up. I decided I needed week 1, week 2, week 3 titles in there. So I made them using my own photos. Now, yeah, there were a lot of photos on Canva, but I wanted to use my own because it's about, I'm designing it, and for me that was the theme I wanted. So I used pictures that I'd used overseas of my feet. So I've been taking pictures of my feet last year when I was on an overseas holiday. This one in the leaves is in Hyde Park in London, and this one's in Devon, and I think this one was in Prague, and then this one was Cornwall. This one was, I think, Paris. So yeah, for me, they kind of have a bit of a memory too, but I wanted to have some kind of theme going. So I chose, I designed week 1, week 2, week 3. I had the theme going out throughout the whole thing, which for me worked, and I basically did my own photos on Canva. So what I'll get you to do, I'm just making sure that you can see what I'm doing. Yes, I think you can. Remember, type a question if you have one, and I'll come back to it. So you get your photo. So it'll open up a new window every time, all right? So if you go back to the main page and you go more, when you select something, it will open another page for you. Just be aware of that. So you can have all these tabs open, which is kind of funny, but a little bit annoying. So when you click on it, it'll open another page. Now, say, for example, I didn't want that photo in my graphic for my business. So remember, these are all for graphics for anything design. So, you know, you don't have to pay a graphic designer anymore to do your work. I mean, I suggest you do because they know what they're doing. But if you're short on cash, by all means, use Canva. Canva's just amazing. So what you do is you can go to your uploads and you can actually upload photos. And so if you can see, I've uploaded a whole heap of stuff here. And then I put some text on it, which I'll show you now what to do. So let's just use the coffee cup. Now my daughter took that photo, which is kind of cool. And because I think I chose an Instagram post on that one, I'm not quite sure, but you can fiddle around with it. So you can make it bigger and it'll fit in the window that you've got. See how I've got to make that a little bit bigger? And you can just fiddle. There we go. It's even lining it up for me. So you can use your own graphics in Canva as well. So then I could put some text on it. So you click on text. And these texts are great too. So you're literally just adding them and editing them, but I'm going to bin that. But I like to use these cool ones, and they're mostly all free, and then they start getting a little bit expensive down the bottom. But we could use, I don't know, you can have a really good play. Oh, look, here's a coffee one, espresso shot. Make that a bit bigger. Let's pretend we were doing an advert for a coffee shop. Now, I'm an avid coffee drinker, so this one works very well. Free coffee, oh, can't spell. And what you basically do is you can highlight it and edit the color. So I want the color to be white for this one. And you can select a million colors on here. Just play around. Drink coffee. It's awesome. So you could select that. I want that in white because it's not standing out enough. It's awesome. And you can move this graphic around. So look at that. Actually, I've done quite well there, haven't I? I've done a little coffee ad. And then you just download it as an image, etc., etc. So the options are amazing. I'm just going to make sure that no one's asking any questions. No, we're good. All right. And then you can go, no, I don't like that. I'm going to bin that one. Go on. All right, I'll do another one. So you open them up again. So, oh, look, I love these things. They've got options for their photos, which is what I like, because if I'm not taking my own photos, let's use somebody else's, but you can also use their designs. So these are fantastic for any businesses, as you can see. They're good for fashion, you know, bars. This is a favorite one of mine. This one's pretty cool and it's free. So you could click anything in here. So spring is coming. It doesn't have to be for business. You could use it for, you know, personal use. I've made posters on here. Some posters are really good. Oh, it's just making me move everything around. It's got a little behind button at the top. So you can click on that if you make a mistake. So you can't break this thing. It's awesome. Look, I'm going to start again. Oops. I just stuffed that one up, didn't I? There we go. You can make birthday cards or posters. So I've made some posters which were really cool. I'll have to try and find them for you. And then I downloaded them as a PDF, and then I gave them as part of a deal for my people on my website. And so I think it was one like this. And then you can actually put your own photos in these blocks if you go to uploads. So I could put that box in there. Oops, delete that one. So bin if it appears on the, as I said, you can't break it. So I believe if you just chuck it in, there you go. Just chucked it in. And I might want my feet. Oops. If you stuff up, you can just bin it. Put my feet in this little box here. There you go. So you can make up your own stuff. Then look, you can play around. You can put some text on top of that. You can put some text on there, change the colors. So when you click on it, you've got a choice of colors. And you've even got a choice of fonts. So you might go, oh, I want that one. That was one of my favorites. And then you can add another one and then add another one. So you could do another one at the same time. We could go, all right, I'm going to choose a background this time. Just make sure that we're going okay on Google Plus on the side. Yep, we are. There's some backgrounds here that are for free, so you could do a nice blue background there, and we could add, we could do layouts. They're already pre-set up layouts, but if you scroll down the bottom section, you will see that there are other layouts too. There's so many pretty things. You can go a little bit crazy. I have been going on about Canva for a little while, and I'm sure people are annoyed with me, but it just lets me do so much. And I'm a visual person, so you know, I'm doing ads on Facebook. I'll go and show you those in a moment. Just looking for the templates. Here we go. So we can go, okay, I want 2 photos, and so we could, if we go to search and you click on photos, it'll bring up all, look at these cool photos. So they've got some free stuff here, so we could chuck that into there, and we could put that, oops, put that into that one. And then you could put some text on it. And I don't know, I'm just messing around. This we could use, yes. Hello. Remember, you can change the colors of everything. Change that to white. Oops, let's change that bit. Change that to white. Make it bigger. You see what I'm doing? I'm really just messing around. And then if I don't like it all, I can X out of that. The whole thing's gone. If I like it, I can download it. Now, in terms of cost, if you do the ones that have got money attached to them, and they'll come up, look, it's got $1 there. It literally is $1. And it gives you 24 hours to edit something, which I find is really, really good. But obviously that's what you're paying for. So on the search button, let's make sure that I'm going okay on the other end. Yep. You've got all your photos. Well, actually up here, you've got grids. So I might just add a new page and show you. So there are grids, and you can select your photos, and for example, you might like that kind of look. Then if you go back up to, where is it? Say photos. As I said, you can use your own photos, and I've done that on a few of them, or you can use their photos, certainly if they're free, and just drag them over. Truly, you can make adverts or visual things within seconds. To edit that, it's a double click. See how I'm moving that now? Go, yes, I like that. Save. Yeah, and I might want that one. Oops, bin that one. I might want that in the bottom one. I can't see their head, so if I double click the image, you can move it so I can see their heads. Yes, I like that. It looks quite pretty. Perhaps that's for an advert for a travel company. I'm not sure. I'm just making this up now. And we could say travel. Hang on, where is it? My computer doesn't like me sometimes. There we go. Oops, it's trying to let me double up. My computer's, the mouse is stuck, I think. But let's pretend I don't like that one. Bin that. Or just add another one. Don't quit. Oh, no, let's use that. Yeah. And that could be an invite to something. Download it. It'll download that image or that PDF. You can make things public as well. Now, I haven't done that on mine. So you have what's called a stream, and you could stream all your designs and let other people see them, which is kind of cool, or not. I'm not going to do that because I haven't bothered. but you can go onto other people's streams and see what they've designed. So this is kind of a cool design, and you can like it, and they're just showing off, and it looks really pretty. And that they were doing all this on Canva, which is really cool. So it's revolutionizing the whole graphic design of it all, isn't it? So I'm just going to go onto Facebook and show you some of the ads I've done. And this is awesome. Hang on, I'll just go in. Go into my business page. I'll show you some of the graphics that I've done. I did this on there. I did this on Canva. I've done that. I've done Get Shit Done Wednesdays on there. What have I done? If I go through photos, I can probably show you. So pretty much everything that you've seen for the last few months has been done on Canva. That was done on Canva. It's their photo, and I just put the graphics in. Obviously, that was the one for the Google Plus advert. I've done that on Google Plus, which is fine. Yeah. Then we've got, no, I did that one. So that's my feet in Paris, and that's for my online course, which is www.buildyouronlinecourse.com if you want to have a look. Actually, I'll show that in a moment because I've used the graphics on there. This is me in Paris. It's true, I was working because building my online course meant that I could afford to not only travel but get income whilst I was away. So I've used Canva graphics to advertise that. Yes, so that's the title page for Build Your Online Course, which I've done on Canva as well. So everything looks really professional. I've done that one. That was using 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and I've added them in. That was one I turned into a PDF, which was a really good download, so people could download that. And I'm happy to send you the poster if you like. Happy to send you any of these graphics. That's an advert that I did for promoting my online course, which I've used the Canva graphics to draw people's attention to it. And I think I've just repeated those ones. Yeah, they're all starting to repeat. Oh, that was me sweating. So pretty much most of the graphics on there now I'm using, here you go, life begins at the end of your comfort zone, create more time, free blog plan. I mean, they look really professional. And if you're offering things on Facebook for business, you know, just use Canva. It's bloody awesome. So the other stuff that Canva does for you, I'm just going to make sure that we're going well for time. Yes, we are. Is documentation. So you can actually make up documents, i.e. letterheads, for example, and you download them as a PDF, which is, you know, perfectly fine. Look, here's a free one that we can do now. To view this, because this is pretty tiny, just down the left-hand side here is a zoom button, and you can get in. So we could edit that, for example, copy paste from something else, blah, 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 blah. I'll go back out so I can see what I'm doing. You can edit the top bit. Very professional, very professional. I'll close that one off. Leave. I'll just get rid of some of the tabs. As I said, you start opening all these tabs because you go a bit crazy. Marketing material. Oh, it's awesome. Look at these flyers. You can make flyers. And look, there's an iPad app, which I find handy. It doesn't work quite as well as the desktop version. But look, all this stuff is online. So you just need to have access to a computer. And as I said, I've logged in via my Facebook page. So you can save stuff and then go back to it. So these are marketing flyers. There we go. And what it'll do, if it's a paid one, it'll give you the crosses on it. It's not letting you do it now, but if you click on it, you can't screen dump on the paid ones, if that makes sense. So I use Command Shift 4 on a Mac to take a screenshot of the page, but so you don't have to pay for it, but they do put the lines through, so they do get around it. So say, for example, I wanted to purchase that. Say, let's pretend I've amended it to what I need, And when you download it, so for example, as a PDF, and you can go to Officeworks or whatever and get it printed off, look, it's going to cost me $1, which is kind of cool. Or you can buy more, 11 images for 10, because you're actually buying 4 items, if that makes sense, because they're obviously elements of the design. But look, there's certainly free ones in here, and you can change this photo. So I don't want the books. You go back to your uploads. Let's pretend I want a picture of me in it, and I'm changing that. But I don't want to see my face, so double click on it, and it will let me move it in a second. Let's just get a picture, move it up a bit. Oops, it's not letting me do it. Again, my mouse is not loving me today. We'll just pretend I've done that, and I'm going to put something down the bottom. I'm going to make it a bit bigger so I can see. Oops, 300%, probably not the best. Pop it in, download that as a PDF. It will do it for free. You don't need to pay anything for that. So that's marketing materials, email headers, blogging, ebooks. So as I've said, I've done ebook titles on here, which have been really helpful. Because, you know, it's not that I don't want to pay a graphic designer, because that is untrue. I do, but I do things very quickly, and I think in small business we tend to want to do things, pretty quickly. And I can do it at night. I don't have to be emailing anybody going, can you make up this poster for this? I do it there and then, and it's up. And I'm maybe a bit impatient, but it's just revolutionized the way that I'm doing things and getting things out to my people. Yeah, look, Canva's just awesome. Was there anything else I wanted to touch on? I might do another one and give you some more tips, because half an hour really isn't enough. If I click on just play, it's really the only way to learn. I think I've touched on the background. So the search one's got you got icons. So for example, and I did this on my website, I did little buttons of light bulbs, world things. You can download all of these. So there's a little trash can. You could use that on your website or on your bits and pieces. What else has it got? Frames, illustrations. So people have drawn like little cartoony character type things, which you could add into presentations or adverts or anything like that. It's even got lines where you might want to make up your own from scratch. Look, honestly, to start off, I would just use what is on here already. Honestly, just use what you've got here. Type it in, use it for, whether you're using it for business or personal, get used to Canva in that way. You'll have a lot of fun. You can tag things. There's whole elements to it. It's pretty cool. I'm loving Canva, and I know that you guys will too. Just lastly, I will just quickly show you. So if you're looking at doing your own online course, if you're interested, I've got a website, www.buildyouronlinecourse.com. And if you want to, I'm not going to do the sales pitch. I'm not even going to contact you and go, hey, buy my things. You're going to buy it or not. Free course planner I'll send to you if you want, and I can PM that to you on Facebook. I can do that today, which is really good. So if you've got an idea for an online course and you want to get it out there, this planner will enable you to brainstorm that idea. I think I'm coming back on screen now. You can never have too many plans. You can always, you need systems, you need plans to go forward in any business idea or course idea. And I've developed all those planners, and I'm more than happy to share them with you. If you just want to flick me a message, I'll do that. So that's the Canva tutorial for this morning, and stay tuned because I'm going to do some more things like this. I use apps like Trello. I use MailChimp a lot. I can show you guys how I use that for my business. But this was really just a teeny taster for Canva, which I think I might do another broader Canva workshop online as well. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So, bye. Have an awesome day. See ya.